Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, I'm going to be reviewing Monster Jam Steel Titans. Excuse for this video being kind of rushed. I actually just recorded a very detailed version of it, but yeah, I didn't have my microphone on, so now I gotta redo it. So, this game is really well done. It has really detailed models, as you will see in just one moment. But I'll go over the way this is in a moment, but this right here is the big show. So if we go right here, this is the big show section of the careers, and this is by far, in my opinion, the best part. So right here we can breathe fire in the cutscene, which is really cool. But we are in Dragon, and currently we're on the second round, and we're going up against Sparkle Smash. So let's see how this goes. Off to a good start. Now, while we're racing, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about how this game is. Now, when you start off, I'm not sure you can play this game right off the bat, but I know the first thing that you're probably going to want to play is the World Career, and basically it's how you're going to unlock the majority of the trucks. Only problem is, sometimes it has head-to-head races, sometimes it has freestyle, but there's always 3 events, and the last event is always a waypoint race or a derby race. And derby races are the worst because they're basically going out in the open world where there's a lot of bumps, so you can roll over really easy, with also half the trucks you're racing against coming at you. So that's really annoying because it just adds to the difficulty. But waypoint might even be worse because you have to have a long stamina going around the open world, and there's tons of bumps for you to roll over. And if you roll over, you basically just have to restart again because, well, you're not gonna gain on them. There's no way. Only good thing about it is the other AI trucks aren't always perfect either. They do roll over, but you will roll over a whole lot more than they do. So ultimately, I would say World Career is annoying, but it's how you unlock the majority of the trucks. But once you've done that, then you can get on to playing the big show, which is what we're doing right now. And how it works is there's Arena Championship, and there's Stadium Championship, and there's, of course, World Finals after that, if you do well. And you basically go around the country competing in all the different things, or all the different stadiums or arenas. And in each arena, there's head-to-head races, which is what we're on right now. Then there's, after head-to-head races, I think there's 2-wheel skills, then there's time destruction, then there is freestyle. And they all take place in the same arena, which is probably the most realistic you're gonna get in this game, or in any game, really, because Monster Truck Championship will unfortunately have something like races, and sometimes there's just a ton of events, and they never take place in the same stadium. You always move to a different stadium, and it's just annoying and stupid. And that game, the physics are really bad, and they're really annoying, and I know they're trying to be realistic, but if you want a realistic game, just freaking play BeamNG Drive. This game's physics are actually, in my opinion, really good, because they allow you to perform the stunts that you would see real drivers do compared to something like BeamNG Drive, where you actually seem to have skill to do it. And yeah, obviously if you have skill, it's gonna be fun, and I recommend playing BeamNG Drive anyway. It's a great game, especially for simulator. But if you just want to lay back and just let Monster Jam be Monster Jam, this is a game. So let's move on to the next round, and we'll see how we do. Earthshaker. It's not my favorite truck, but I know they'll do well, but I doubt they'll beat me. I mean, I'm like a pro. No, I'm not a pro. I'm actually pretty bad at this game. corner pretty fast there. Only thing I feel like they could add is like an announcer, kind of like a Monster Truck Championship. So that's kind of situational. Like some people would not like that. No, some people are not gonna like the announcer in Monster Truck Championship, but others will. I feel like I like it a lot because it just adds some immersion. I just wish their voice was a little bit better. But obviously Monster Truck Championship is not the best Monster Truck game. In fact, it's kind of bad. It's just like a bootleg Monster Jam game. And it's really not my favorite. I don't think it's anyone's favorite, honestly. I don't know how it could be, but we're about to lose this race. We did bad. I also just want to touch on the destruction physics because they're really good because every surface that would bounce around on your truck, like a broken side or wings or flappy material or flags, they all shake in the air. They have really nice physics, and since they're kind of pre-animated, like they're really consistent. So again, more consistency that even BeamNG Drive doesn't quite have, just because it is kind of a on the edge of explosion kind of simulator. But it does work. But obviously, this is a game. It's pre-animated. Everything just works. But now we're on to two-wheel skills, which is one of my most favorite things to do in this game because it's just so satisfying. You'll see. Here we go. Any container, no matter what level you were, at any time you'd be doing double backflips first thing you stepped into a truck, that game by accident. It was not very realistic at all. It was almost cartoonish, but it wasn't even fun. It was so unrealistic. So when I was younger, I had no problem with it. I had a great time, but now that I'm older, I need something a little bit more realistic, but not necessarily quite as realistic as BeamNG Drive, though again, it's really fun if you want to simulate. Maybe sometimes you just want to have a game that genuinely simulates Monster Jam itself. Next is Time Destruction. I don't think this is a real event, though. It's my least favorite event that they have in the Big Sale. It's just annoying a lot of the time, but luckily it doesn't affect your score too bad if you don't do well. So let's see what we do. Now, what this is all about is combos. So the combo multiplier basically is just if you stop for like a second, it stops. So we already got a massive score in there, but yeah. Fire. Let's see. Dude, how did we not hit a single one of those ones? Well, I guess we hit 2 ones. Going up on the buses. There we go. So yes, ultimately I would recommend buying this game. I think that it is worth the $40 price, but on most consoles, you should be able to get this thing for free, at least on the PlayStation. I'm playing it on PS5, but I do also have an Xbox Series X. I do not think it's free on Game Pass, but I know it's free on PS Plus, which is very nice. It's at least, you at least get it sometimes in the monthly games that comes around. But it's a very high quality Monster Jam Steel Titans game, and only thing that I wish they would do is maybe make it a little bit more higher resolution. But I feel like if you had an actual 4K monitor, like I use 1440p, so it's not full 4K. Obviously, it's not 4K. But I feel like if you used a full 4K monitor, it probably would become 4K. I just don't know if it supports 1440p. It doesn't look for 1440p, but it is a very good looking game nonetheless. And there we've won the destruction competition. But now it's time for my personal favorite, other than racing, which is freestyle. And I think this is probably everyone's favorite because it's just like fun. I don't know. There's nothing to say about it. It's fun. But this game really does feel like the ultimate Monster Jam experience. But I am so pumped for the new Monster Jam Madness game. It looks so awesome. But we'll see if the physics are better. I don't know. But I think that realistic physics, like if Monster Truck Championship is realistic physics, which it's not because it's like, it doesn't work how a truck should a lot of the time. If that's what they're gonna call realistic, I don't want the game to be like that. I don't want it to be realistic. Because it just doesn't feel right. It feels wrong, but it's also just because, you know, it doesn't really simulate wheels touching the ground in that game. It's very arcadey. Though the physics are heavier, it's still like an arcade game, ultimately. Even more than Monster Truck or Monster Jam Steel Titans, ultimately. Nice fire there. Let's do some donuts with some fire. There you go. Get back up. Come on. Big air. Let's do a backflip. There are some situations where this game just becomes very unrealistic though, but you can make it feel more realistic if you want it to. Like, obviously if you try and pull a backflip off every time you go over a jump like this, yeah, it's not realistic because you're trying to make it not realistic. But if you want to make it realistic, you can totally do so by not trying to do stuff like that. If you just drive like you normally would, you're going to get high scores while still maintaining realism. So, yeah, it's a pretty good game. I'd say probably the best Monster Jam game we have right now. And, you know, just wait till Monster Jam Madness comes out, and you'll be excited to play that, I'm sure. Only the other thing I wanted to shout out was I just wanted to show you the models and all the different trucks we have in this game, and then I will end it. Bam. Only I also wish they would let the trucks afterwards be in the exact condition they were in racing or after freestyle, because like first if you make a big crash, it just takes you out of immersion when you come back and your truck's like perfectly fine, nothing happened. I also wish that suspension broke. I wish that wheels came off. It used to before, but now they don't. Probably just because Monster Jam doesn't obviously want that simulated. Recently, in recent years, they've been trying to forget that stuff like that even happens. It does. But they don't want that to be remembered. They want the tricks to be remembered, and that's fine, I guess. But I do wish that they would do that. So anyway, let's see the trucks that we've got here in this game. Alright, so in the garage we have starters. We have the Monster Jam training truck, which is basically just an empty chassis. I love that they've added this because even Monster Truck Championship doesn't have a way to just use a basically bare chassis. But they've added a literal training truck, which is so awesome. And then below that, we've got the Monster Jam stunt truck, which is very nice too. Below that, we got the wild cards, so we got Backwards Bob, Blue Thunder, Higher Education, which is really cool to see, Ice Cream Man, Whiplash, and Northern Nightmare, but I don't have that one unlocked right now. In the rough crowd, we've got Monster Mutt, very nice model, I love that model. Monster Mutt Dalmatian, my favorite Monster Mutt in my opinion, other than We have Monster Mutt Husky, other than Monster Mutt Poodle, because I love this one. It's just so good looking. And then we have Monster Mutt Rottweiler, and I love that these all have tails. It's just very nice touch. And Defenders, we've got Alien Invasion. Very nice. I like how good the lights look. Below that, we got Avenger. I wish they would have put the classic Avenger pipes up there, but they didn't, so nothing we can do about it now. Bakugan Dragonoid. Mohawk Warrior, Big Clips Mohawk Warrior, very nice Mohawk. Soldier Fortune Black Ops, and I think that's it for them. Here we got the Demolition Crew, and we got Doomsday, which is very nice to see. Earthshaker, don't really care about Earthshaker that much. Some people do, I don't really care. El Toro Loco, very nice. It does breathe smoke, so that's really cool. It's a pretty nice model. It looks like the Spin Master one, which I really like to see because the Spin Master one is absolutely gorgeous, so I love this one. And we got El Toro Loco Gold, El Toro Loco Yellow, Gas Monkey Garage, very nice. Max D, which is one of my favorite models. Love that model so much. It looks similar to the Spin Master one, though I wish it had the Wellman chassis, because even the Spin Master one at this point has the Wellman chassis. Below that, we got Max D Black, which is super cool to see because, you know, they didn't know it at the time, but, you know, Tom basically brought Max D Black back out. So it's just a nice thing because, you know, Max D Black's actually a thing. Here we have Max D Gold. I don't think this exists in real life, but, you know, it kind of looks like Max D Yellow, so I guess you can act like it's yellow. Next, below that, we got Stone Crusher. I like that they made this one more retro, so it has no sponsor plates, and the chassis just looks more retro. And now we go to the Undead section, my favorite section. We got Captain's Curse, which looks really, really good. I love the look of this truck. We got Gravedigger. This is one of the best models in the game with the super realistic red headlights. In fact, that model actually looks, in my opinion, better than the Riggs and Rods model. But Riggs and Rods is trash, so, you know. I don't hate on me in the comments for saying that. It's my opinion. I'm allowed to have my opinion. And the reason I say that it's trash is because not every single truck is breakable, and the ones that are breakable don't look good. So, and I like breaking physics, so to me, it's trash. Below that, we have Gravedigger Gold. I don't really like this one that much, but I guess it just looks gold. Below that one, you got Gravedigger the Legend. This is one of the best trucks in my opinion because it has semis and it looks really nice. And I guess you can act like it's Grandma. I wish they would have just added Grandma. Grandma's the best. Below that, we got Pirate's Curse. Nice model. Looks like the Spin Master one. That's one thing I really like about these trucks is I think they're kind of modeled towards and after the Spin Master models, so their proportions aren't exactly perfect. Like Gravedigger's little the front of the chassis, the headlights are way too wide, but it looks stylish. But it's not realistic proportions, but it looks good. So they are in a lot of ways cartoony, but they're not at the same time because they're such detailed models, but they are cartoony. This one's also too wide, but it looks great. Son of a Digger. And below that, we got Zombie. This is probably the closest truck to the real one that we have in this game. But even this one isn't perfect, but it looks great. It's super detailed. The arms move really nice, so I like it. And below that, we got Crazy Creatures. We got Crustacean, Dragon, which you saw already. Dragon Gold, nice truck. I don't really like the gold ones that much. Jurassic Attack. I wish they'd made this the classic body, because the classic Jurassic Attack body, the ones that go to the small arenas and stuff, it just looks so much cleaner, in my opinion. Below that, also, you know, I can't see out the side windows with those eyes on them. I wish they would just freaking remove the eyes. So then we got Megalodon, nice model. It's actually a really nice model. I think the blue is not the correct color, but it looks good anyway. And below that, we got Gold, Megalodon Gold, and October. I don't know what that's. I don't know. And then below that, we got Sparkle Smash, but I don't have it unlocked, so you can't see it. Yay! So yeah, that's the trucks in this game. I love these trucks so much. All of them look so amazing. You know, they're really detailed models. They're really fun to drive, and you know, it's a really great game. It's just they had success with this game. Only thing again that I wish was a little bit different was that maybe the physics were a tiny bit more realistic, and maybe the track was, you know, more to scale. But yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to get the game, I would 100% recommend it, even for the $40 price tag. But if you have a PS5 or PS4 or something, so don't play it on PS4. PS4 is garbage. Excuse me for saying that. I have a lot of opinions. If you have the PS5 or even the PS4, honestly, I would recommend getting it. But if you have an Xbox, you don't have a PlayStation, I would still recommend buying it. And if you're on PC, well, buy it. Though you can probably get it for like cheaper on the Epic Game Store or something, because you're on PC, or you could pirate it. I don't know. Though I don't really recommend pirating stuff. I do use PC, and I don't think there's a pirating thing. But I'm currently playing on PlayStation 5 because it's just easier. I don't know if it has native controller support. I don't think it does. That's my biggest problem with it, is on PC it doesn't seem to have native controller support. But I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I'll see you in the next one, and peace.